Hey YouTube, let's talk about flashlights. You know, flashlight technology has progressed by leaps and bounds over the past 10 or 15 years. I can remember not too very long ago in the distant past when I had one of these big Maglite flashlights that I think they used D-cell batteries, and it was about a 12-inch light. It weighed well over a pound, and it was big and cumbersome, and made a better club than anything else. It was not a very bright light, and not a very efficient way of lighting things up. And since over the past 10 or 15 years, man, it's just amazing how much new technology has developed with these new LEDs we've got now and these new battery sources we've got now. I mean, the progression in technology, I liken it to almost the difference between the original smoothbore flintlock muskets that we started out in the firearms world, to now these new AR-15s that we have and AK-47s that we have. The amount of technology and advancement that we've seen over the past 10 or 15 years in flashlights is almost like that in a way, and it's really amazing. And a flashlight is just such an important tool to have in your kit. I mean, to be able to dominate the darkness and to be able to light things up when the power's out, or in an emergency situation, or just a flat tire on the side of the road in the middle of the night. It's just such an important tool to have in your kit, and it can be so useful. I consider it to be easily one of the top 5 gear items that you can have as someone who is prepared-minded and just generally a well-prepared person in general. And anyway, today I wanted to do a video and show y'all a new flashlight that I've recently acquired. I've had it for several months now, and I've been really super impressed with it. And you really don't have to break the bank in order to get a really good quality flashlight these days. You know, the prices have come down on them quite a bit. There's a wide selection of flashlights with all sorts of amazing features out there on the market, and I wanted to show y'all one today that I think is a really good choice if you're looking to get a flashlight, because a general purpose flashlight, you don't just want one. You know, you want one for your bug out bag, your get home bag, you want one for your EDC, you want one for your vehicle, you want one maybe to give your wife. You want to have multiples of these flashlights. Just having one is enough, especially like me with 5 kids and a young 2-year-old. I have flashlights go missing all the time, so I'm constantly looking for a flashlight. If I only had one, I'd have none. Two is one, one is none, literally, in my house with my 2-year-old. I just bought one recently and I can't find it now. But anyway, this is the ThruNite TN12 flashlight. And look how small this thing is. This thing is small enough that you can put in your pocket and carry it all day, and you won't even notice it's there. It's very lightweight and compact. And I'm going to get down on the stump real quick and go over some of the features of this light and tell you a little bit about it. This thing is incredibly powerful and useful. It is cutting edge technology, and I think you'll be extremely impressed by the price point this thing comes at. This thing comes out significantly cheaper than most of its competitors on the market. I'll tell you about that and tell you about how they managed to do that as well. So let's jump down to the stump real quick and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Alright, so this is the ThruNite TN12. This is actually the 2014 model. They've got a new model that's called the 2016 model, where basically they've upgraded the mode button switch right here on the front, as well as a few other small things. I think the 2014 model is actually the second iteration of this light. I think the original one was before that, and I don't think it was as bright as this one. I think in the 2014 model they upgraded the LED in it, but this has basically the latest and greatest in LED technology right now. It's got the Cree XM-L2 U2 Cree LED emitter in there, and it uses 2 CR123 batteries or one 18650 rechargeable battery. So this represents basically the latest and greatest in technology for flashlights in this size and weight as of 2015 right now. So anyway, some of the specifications on this light, on turbo mode, it'll do 1050 lumens. So I mean, just a ridiculous amount of runtime on that Firefly mode. That Firefly mode is extremely useful, by the way. I mean, you might think it's not, but a lot of lights these days don't have a light that dim, and it's really useful for certain situations. Like for me personally, when I go hunting early in the morning, I'll go out before dark. Before the sun comes up, and I'm trying to get in my stand and set up my tree stand and set up my gear and everything. I don't want a huge amount of light to give myself away. I just need a very small amount of light to see what I'm doing. So that Firefly mode is extremely useful. But anyway, the modes are very useful. You just cycle through them right here with this mode switch. I believe you hold down this mode switch to get to your strobe. On the tail cap switch here is your main power. You can hold it down momentarily for momentary on, and then click it to get constant on, and then you got your mode switch right here on this front part, this button right here, and you can click through your modes very easily that way. So it's a very usable interface and works well. I don't particularly like this type of user interface for a nightstand type gun, for a tactical type, I mean not gun, light, for a tactical type light, like if you're going to run a handheld light with a pistol. I tend to prefer one that I know I'm always going to get turbo right here. When I click it, I'm not accidentally going to be in the wrong mode. Could this be pressed into a tactical use? Yes, it certainly could. It's certainly reliable enough. I wouldn't necessarily strap it on a rifle, but it could do that in a pinch. I think it wouldn't be my first choice, obviously. This is more of a general purpose light, everyday carry type light, everyday general purpose use light. Could it be pressed into service in a tactical emergency situation? Absolutely, I think it could, but it's not necessarily, it wouldn't necessarily be my go-to light for that purpose. But what I consider for this light to be most useful for is your everyday use type light. Like I was talking about before, you want to have multiple lights for multiple kits, multiple bags. When you put a light or a piece of gear, any piece of gear for that matter, into a bag or a kit, you want to be able to leave it there and not be pulling it out all the time, so that when you need it, it's there. And also, if you lose one, you want to be able to grab another one. So you can't go out and buy these $100, $200 extremely expensive surefire lights and tactical lights for all of these purposes. They're just too expensive and cost prohibitive. At least for me they are. If you can afford to spend $100 and buy 6 or 7 lights, go for it, be my guest. That's great. I can't do that, so I've got to find a more affordable option. And it's great that we have that option nowadays, because this light, believe it or not, you can get it from Amazon for $43.95 shipped directly to your door. $43.95. That is extremely competitive for today's market. If you compare it to the other brands of lights out there that are competing with this light, that are doing the exact same thing as this light, and in some cases not as well, that's $20, $30, sometimes $40 cheaper than like your Phoenix, what is it called? PD35 or something 35. I've got it actually. I'm gonna probably do a comparison video between those two lights at some point. But it's like a $75 light. This is like a $44 light. So the price point is really, really attractive and amazing for this light. And you're not giving anything up in performance or quality or materials. All of that. You're getting all of that with this light. It's the exact same name brand Cree LED. It's the exact same aircraft grade aluminum. It's just a good quality light. I can't see anything wrong with it. So anyway, let's see what else I want to go over. Oh, let me show you real quick how it comes packaged. It comes in this box right here, very nice. I'll show you real quick what all comes in it. You got a little manual that comes with it. Tells you some of the features and how they work. One thing you'll notice, there's a white sticker right here. Let me stay in frame. There's a white sticker right here. That means that this is the cool blue or the white light LED. They make two versions. They make a warm light LED, and then they make I think it's called cool blue, something like that. But if you have a yellow sticker here, that's one of the yellow colored lights. It's more of a natural type light, and I recommend going with the white light. I just think it's more useful. It gives things a little bit more of a bluish tint sometimes, but it's not that big a deal, and it appears to be brighter to me. They're technically the same brightness, but I just like the white light a little bit better. But anyway, it comes packaged very, very nice in this box with foam package. It comes with a nice little sheath if you want to carry it on your belt like that. A lanyard if you want a lanyard. It comes with extra O-rings and also an extra tail cap switch in case that thing ever wears out, which they can eventually. And then of course the manual. So you know, that's all pretty much standard stuff that you would expect from most of the flashlights these days, and it just comes packaged just like that right there. Very nice packaging. Very impressed with that. Can't complain about that at all. As far as warranty on this light, I think I read in this manual right here, you've got a 30-day warranty where they'll replace the light if there's any kind of defect when you receive it. Then it comes with a 24-month or 2-year warranty where if there's any kind of if something's defective and it quits working or anything like that, you can send it back and they'll fix it for free. And then it comes with also a lifetime warranty where if a part ever wears out, you can ship it into them on your dime, and they'll fix it, replace any parts that are worn out, but you'll have to pay for any of the worn out parts that they replace. So I think that's very very good. You know, that's perfectly fine for me. I think that's excellent, in fact. So anyway, I'm just super impressed with this light. I think it's one of the most affordable and competitively priced lights on the market today, and it doesn't give up anything as far as quality or features. You're getting all the cutting edge stuff and all of the quality that you would expect. So how do they do that? How are they able to sell this light to you so cheaply? What's the catch? Well, what they tell me and what they've told others, I've researched this a little bit, is basically there's no middleman. They're not selling these to distributors. You won't find this at goinggear.com or at Gander Mountain or any place like that. They're only selling these directly from their website and directly through Amazon. That's the only two places as of right now that I know of that you can buy these lights. So there isn't any middleman. You're buying directly from them, and there's no middleman, so you're getting them at essentially wholesale prices. All of the other lights that are coming in that are essentially the same light as this, that are $30 and $25 more expensive, that $30 or $25, that's the middleman's cut. That's where they're making their profit. They're selling them to the middleman for the same price as this light, and the middleman is selling them to you for, you know, $60, $70, $80. So, you know, there you go. It makes perfect sense. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. I was really excited about it, and you know, anytime I find a piece of gear like this that's extremely affordable and good quality, I get excited about it. I wanted to share it with you guys. Check it out. I think you'll be as equally impressed with it. And I tell you what, I'm gonna take this out to a friend's property tonight and do some shining in the dark with it, and see if I can't get some footage to show you all some of this beam on turbo. It's quite impressive, the amount of light this thing puts out with such a small, handy package. So let's move on over to that, and I'll show you all the beam. All right, that's my Dodge Dakota headlights on bright, shining down there, and that's about 100 yards down there. I'm gonna turn those off and show you what the flashlight looks like as a comparison. Not as much spill, and the camera probably isn't translating this very well, but I can see as good or better with this light, and possibly even a little bit further, honestly. It actually looks brighter. it's just not as floody. So I have to move the light to see stuff more. I mean, I can see stuff. There's plenty of flood for me, but it's not like a headlight on a truck. Of course, there's actually 2 lights on the truck, but I don't know how well this translates on video.